This channel does not promote any violent, harmful, or illegal activities. All content provided by this channel is meant for an educational purpose only.
This is with respect to
threat culture.
yes.
Threat culture. There is another matter. Who mentioned that?
There are a few other matters, but
No, it's running in the list today.
With respect to threat, this is with respect to
218. Serial number 218. You are the person who's causing the threat.
No, this is with respect.
I do not know why.
This is not that one. This is with respect to
threat culture. I got afraid.
A part of a threat culture.
Mr. Chatterjee is there.
No. When we asked Mr. Chatterjee, he said yes, threat culture.
This is a part of that.
That's to threat.
A part of that.
That's to cause threat.
I'll tell you, Lordship, this is with respect to running of the West Bengal Medical Council, especially the registrar. The registrar has superannuated in 2019. He could superannuate only when he is 60. Under the rules, he has to superannuate at 55 and extend it till 60. He's attained 60 in 2019.
Still he is there.
He is still functioning and controlling.
Central government is contemplating of increasing the retirement age to 65.
For your Lordship?
No, for the central government employees.
They are
all still
strong, but my respectful submission is without an extension, without a prayer for extension, without an extension, this gentleman can't carry on for one day.
The recruitment notice has already been issued.
That's a different aspect altogether.
No. You see, we also conduct recruitment. Lordship is also part of the committee. Suppose a vacancy arises and it is a very important post, let us say joint registrar. That post cannot remain vacant. A post of group D can remain vacant, somebody can do it. The point of joint registrar, signatures, etc. is required. So what we generally do is
somebody else
that officer to continue till the recruitment process is over or till so and so, whichever is earlier. You please produce one record, that's sufficient. We are not doubting his
nothing. There is not a single one. The government has said.
Let him step down, sir. When he has functioned so well.
He's going to step down until and unless this.
No, Mr. Galib, if you love that person so much, you extend it to 70 years.
No, we cannot. We are not doing it.
Who has to do it?
The Executive Council. Executive Council has to do it, but they have not done it. They have already issued the recruitment.
The government sanctions
for that notification.
Yes, this is the.
No, this is the new one. This is after the PIL has been filed.
No, before this.
All right. See, what is it? Retrospectively, we cannot negate.
Milord cannot. My respectful
submission. De facto doctrine.
Malord.
You know that?
Malord. Yes, de facto, yes. Milord, de facto comes in when there is absolutely when there is an irregularity in the appointment. De facto doesn't happen when a person has superannuated.
What is why your person is gunning?
I'll give you Lordship, Milord. Give me 2 minutes. I'll make your Lordship, Milord.
No. There must be some acts to grant.
Nothing.
Absolutely.
There is nothing. There is nothing. Milord, I am one of the doctors, and some of there is no acts to grind at all.
7 doctors.
Yes. Some of them are doctors and some of them are general public. They cannot. What happens is.
So they are not busybodies.
No, not at all. They are doctors.
No, we are telling Mr. Sen they are.
I am not saying
they are saying something in favor of you.
But youthful exuberance.
Even doctors are in group.
My goodness. All doctors association before court.
Exactly.
Cardiological
association. All that.
Everybody.
The lawyers are the only best people, Milord, who are very united. They never go to court, Milord. They only go to court when required.
They don't go to court.
They know best, Milord, not to go to court.
I was wondering where do they get the time to do all these infighting?
What happens? They
are not going to court. When are they treating?
Yes.
When are they treating?
Milord, let's not make that aspersion. I can assure your Lordship, Milord.
Now there is an illegality.
Complete.
If the Executive Council has not extended its term,
will I allow your Lordship allow myself?
You want him to dismiss?
No. Just one letter, Milord, I need to show from the government. Kindly have a look at 131. It wasn't extended. Wasn't extended. Have a look at 132.
Show. Which
132. 131.
131.
Yes, sir.
What does the government say?
The government says that there is no sanction.
Lord, kindly come to section.
This
14.
is 130. Yes, I will show.
Mr. Sen, please show us your regulation under which you have got that power.
If your Lordship kindly comes to page 80.
80.
Yes, section 14.
Absolutely.
The part of the act.
14.1.
With the previous sanction of the local government.
Yes.
Appointment.
And the government has said that there is no sanction.
Appointment.
And that's 131.
I'm not saying about appointment.
Once a man superannuates, can I stay here?
Extension is permissible.
Can I stay here after 15th September? I can't. I cannot enter through this door. I cannot occupy that room.
And that's exactly what's happened here.
And assuming the post you can extend, even then you are subject to the procedure to be followed. If for appointment, prior sanction is required, you obtain prior sanction. Because when the committee recommends this joint registrar is going to retire, recruitment process has started. So place the matter before Chief Justice as to what to be done, whether the post can remain. I in all probabilities will say, all right, because the post is a very important post, registrar post cannot be kept vacant. It shall be manned by the same person by extension of service, subject to approval of the government. Because government has to sanction the funds. Where do you get your medical council?
Kindly have a look at the rules.
All right. We give you one option. Yes. Ask him to step down tonight. Then let him apply. Let the government take approval. Good man, we are not casting any aspersions.
I only just suggest submit one thing. Your Lordship has seen from the recruitment notice that the examination is fixed on 7th of February.
Nobody is indispensable, sir.
I'm not saying, but
when I go, there is somebody else.
7 days are there. Why, my lord, cast a stigma on this person?
This by this petition, all right. The petitioners who are doctors have pointed out that the registrar of the council, being the fourth respondent, has been permitted to continue beyond the age of superannuation, which he attained in the year 2019 without prior approval of the government. Mr. Sen Leonard, senior advocate appearing for the West Bengal Medical Council, would submit that already recruitment notice has been issued for recruitment of the post of one registrar and one assistant registrar by notification date is not there. And the process has already commenced.
Examination is on 7th of February.
And the examination, the preliminary examination has been fixed on 7th of February. After hearing the learned advocates for the parties for a considerable length of time and carefully perusing the materials placed on record, we find that under the scheme of the Bengal Medical Act 1914, the control over the council, more particularly the service conditions, etc. of the employees, is with the local government. Section 14 deals with registrar and establishment of council. Subsection 1 of section 14 states that with the previous sanction of the local government, the council, within bracket A, shall appoint a registrar. Therefore, if a person needs to continue beyond the age of superannuation, it presupposes, and it is required to be done so, required to be presupposed that the prior consent of the government has to be obtained. Since pay and allowances have to be sanctioned accordingly, and what would be the pay payable to a person who is allowed extension of service beyond the age of superannuation are all issues which will have financial implications and has to be considered by the local government. It is no doubt true that the Executive Council of the West Bengal Medical Council would be permitted to take a decision for extending the services of a particular officer of the establishment of the council for good and sufficient reasons.
But extension has been granted. My lord, in terms of
Extension-
rules,
Official reasons,
by the
but
House
nonetheless, that extension
32.
that is subject to the approval of the government. Therefore, we direct the private respondent, namely
Number 5.
the fifth respondent, who's presently functioning as registrar of the West Bengal Council, Medical Council, to step down on his own volition, and the Medical Council shall forward the proposal for regularizing / approving his engagement beyond the age of superannuation,
If allowed by
submitting
law, my lord.
appropriate proposal to the government, which shall be considered on merits and in accordance with law. This is required since the government, in as early as on where is it? Page 138.
132.
My lord, 132 is the rule which I was.
Rather,
drawing your
131.
attention.
131.
131.
131.
Government, as early as on 25/10/2024, has informed the President of the West Bengal Medical Council that the fifth respondent has been appointed as registrar on re-employment basis since 1/11/2019 without prior sanction of the government, following statutory provision laid down in section 14 within bracket 1 of the Bengal Medical Act 1914. And the Medical Council was advised to arrange for appointment of new registrar. Though this communication has been issued on 25/10/2024, recruitment notice has been issued only recently. However, the copy of the recruitment notice handed over to us by Mr. Sen Leonard, Senior Counsel appearing for the Medical Council, does not contain a date and only states that gives the other details. In any event, the government has stated that the appointment of the fifth respondent as registrar on re-employments in 1/11/2019 has been made without prior sanction of the government, and therefore the fifth respondent has no right to continue to function as a registrar of the Medical Council. Therefore, as observed earlier, he shall step down on his own volition by 5 p.m. tomorrow, 31/1/2025, or else there will be an order directing him to be removed from the post of registrar of the Medical Council.
My lord, your lordship is making it returnable, my lord. Making it returnable sometime, my lord, because there are other points.
My lord, I could not.
This is sufficient for this.
My lord, there is then other points, my lord. Kindly keeps it open. I can, my lord, agitate.
Since the other issues which have been pointed out,
Well, I have
the
not,
writ petition, in our opinion, are not required to be gone into in this writ petition, and therefore all those issues are left open.
Grateful, your lordship.
My lord, if your lordship, my lord, your lordship